Hi, this is Mark Watson for Making the Cut with your Week 2 college football picks. We're going to start out Pitt at Tennessee, noon on ESPN. For the Panthers, the key will be their defense and their running game. Over the last 2 years, Pitt has a combined 97 sacks. They started out very well this season also when they got 5 sacks against UMass. The defense will have to slow down Tennessee's fast-paced offense under Josh Heupel. We all know he's a big, fast tempo guy. And so Pitt will need to manage that. And you manage it with a good pass rush. You can manage it also with your running game. So that's the other thing. But last week, Pitt ran for 223 yards. As far as on the defensive end, I do like this matchup against Tennessee's Joe Milton. I love Pitt minus the 3 points. Our next game is Texas, -7 at Arkansas. This is the old Southwest Conference rivalry there. Steve Sarkisian is the latest Texas's back quarterback. They had a solid win over a tough Louisiana team, 38-18. Freshman quarterback Hudson Card threw for 224 yards and 2 touchdowns last week. But the key to the offense is Bijan Robinson. The Longhorns kind of are using him as their Reggie Bush. He had 103 yards rushing, caught 4 passes for 73 yards. Arkansas, they struggled a bit. They were down by 10 points midway through the third quarter against Rice. Then they scored the last 31 points of the game. They are led by their quarterback, KJ Jefferson, kind of one of those dual threat quarterbacks, 128 yards passing, 89 yards rushing. I like the Longhorns in this, even though they're going on the road. I think they'll have some bumps in that first half at the beginning of the game. Then they'll pick up. I love Texas minus the 7 points. Last but not least, Missouri plus 5.5 at Kentucky, 7:30 on the SEC network. The Wildcats offense will not be boring. They're running this pro-style offense. Last week, they rolled up 564 yards, 45 points against Louisiana Monroe. They're led by Penn State transfer at quarterback Will Levis, who threw for 367 yards and 4 touchdowns last week. Kentucky's defense even showed a little bit of life last week in the second half. And Missouri had a completely different experience when they played Central Michigan. They struggled on their way to a win against Central Michigan. The defense allowed Central Michigan to run for 135 yards. And that's what would concern me if you want to pick Missouri, which is, can Missouri's defense deal with Kentucky's offense? My answer is no. Take Kentucky minus the 5.5. So our 3 picks for this week is Pitt -3 on the road, Texas -7 on the road, and Kentucky -5.5 at home.